How to eat spiritually, how to prepare and offer prasad. By his immense transcendental energies, Krishna can actually convert matter into spirit. If we place an iron rod in a fire, before long the rod becomes red hot and acts just like fire. In the same way, food prepared for and offered to Krishna with love and devotion becomes completely spiritualized. Such food is called Krishna Prasada, which means the mercy of Lord Krishna. Eating prasad is a fundamental practice of bhakti yoga. In other forms of yoga, one must artificially repress the senses, but the bhakti yoga can engage his or her senses in a variety of pleasing spiritual activities, such as tasting delicious food offered to Lord Krishna. In this way, the senses gradually become spiritualized and bring the devotee more and more transcendental pleasure by being engaged in devotional service. Such spiritual pleasure far surpasses any material experience. Lord Chaitanya said of prasada, everyone has tasted these foods before. However, now that they have been prepared for Krishna and offered to him with devotion, these foods have acquired extraordinary tastes and uncommon fragrances. Just taste them and see the difference in the experience. Apart from the taste, even the fragrance pleases the mind and makes one forget any other fragrance. Therefore, it should be understood that the spiritual nectar of Krishna's lips must have touched these ordinary foods and imparted to them all their transcendental qualities. Eating only food offered to Krishna is the perfection of vegetarianism. In itself, being a vegetarian is not enough. After all, even pigeons and monkeys are vegetarians. But when we go beyond vegetarianism to a diet of prasad, our eating becomes helpful in achieving the goal of human life, reawakening the soul's original relationship with God. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that unless one eats only food that has been offered to him in sacrifice, one will suffer the reactions of karma. And how to prepare and offer prasad. As you walk down the supermarket aisles, selecting the foods you will offer to Krishna, you need to know what is offerable and what is not. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna states, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it. From this verse, it is understood that we can offer Krishna foods prepared from milk products, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and grains. Meat, fish, and eggs are not offerable, and a few vegetarian items are also forbidden. Garlic and onions, for example, which are in the mode of darkness. Hing or saftida is a tasty substitute for them in cooking and is available at most Indian groceries. Nor can you offer to Krishna coffee or tea that contain caffeine. If you like these beverages, purchase caffeine-free coffee and herbal teas. While shopping, be aware that you may find meat, fish and egg products mixed with other foods, so be sure to read labels carefully. For instance, some brands of yogurt and sour cream contain gelatin, a substance made from the horns, hooves and bones of slaughtered animals. Also make sure the cheese you buy contains no rennet, an enzyme extracted from the stomach tissues of slaughtered calves. Most hard cheese sold in America contains rennet, so be careful about any cheese you can't verify as rennetless. Also avoid foods cooked by non-devotees according to the subtle laws of nature. The cook acts upon the food not only physically but mentally as well. Food thus becomes an agent for subtle influences on our consciousness. The principle is the same as that at work with a painting. A painting is not simply a collection of strokes on a canvas, but an expression of the artist's state of mind, which affects the viewer. So if you eat food cooked by non-devotees, employees working in a factory, for example, then you are sure to absorb a dose of materialism and karma. So as far as possible, use only fresh, natural ingredients. In preparing food, cleanliness is the most important principle. Nothing impure should be offered to God. so keep your kitchen very clean. Always wash your hands thoroughly before entering the kitchen. While preparing food, do not taste it, for you are cooking the meal not for yourself, but for the pleasure of Krishna. Arrange portions of the food on dinnerware kept especially for this purpose. No one but the Lord should eat from these dishes. The easiest way to offer food is simply to pray, "My dear Lord Krishna, please accept this food," and to chant each of the following prayers 3 times while ringing a bell. First one is a prayer to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at His lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O Spiritual Master, servant of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries which are filled with impersonalism and voidism. The second is a prayer to Lord Chaitanya. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tvishe Namaha. O most munificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. And the third is a prayer to Lord Krishna. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmani Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Krishna, who is the worshipable deity for all Brahmanas, the well-wisher of the cows and the Brahmanas, and the benefactor of the whole world. I offer my repeated obeisances to the personality of Godhead, known as Krishna and Govinda. Remember that the real purpose of preparing and offering food to the Lord is to show your devotion and gratitude to Him. Krishna accepts your devotion, not the physical offering itself. God is complete in Himself. He does not need anything, but out of His immense kindness, He allows us to offer food to Him so that we can develop our love for Him. After offering the food to the Lord, wait at least 5 minutes for Him to partake of the preparations. Then you should transfer the food from the special dinnerware and wash the dishes and utensils you used for the offering. Now you and any guests may eat the prasad. While you eat, try to appreciate the spiritual value of the food. Remember that because Krishna has accepted it, it's not different from Him, and therefore by eating it, you will become purified. Everything you offer on your altar becomes prasad, the mercy of the Lord. Flowers, incense, the water, the food, everything you offer for the Lord's pleasure becomes spiritualized. The Lord enters into the offerings, and thus the remnants are not different from Him. So you should not only deeply respect the things you have offered, but you should distribute them to the others as well. Distribution of prasada is an essential part of deity worship.